I don't really know what to say right now because my mind keeps just going blank. I think the reason why I decided to pick up my camera and record today is because I think a criticism that I get sometimes is that I come across as being well all the time and I don't show the more difficult aspects, periods, or whatnot of living with an illness like schizoaffective disorder. And so I kind of wanted to try to be a bit more transparent about being in a difficult period and experiencing some of the more difficult aspects of the illness. So it's been about not quite a week, but a few days of red flags popping up. It's difficult to hold a train of thought right now. I'm sorry. Red flags popping up around indications that I am slipping into a psychotic episode. And I think that this has been more difficult to identify and understand because usually when this happens, it's because I stopped taking my meds or whatever. And I haven't done that this time. I'm still taking my medications regularly. I feel like I've been trying to do a really good job of taking care of myself. And so I think it was difficult to identify when things were slipping, but Rob kind of brought it to my attention yesterday, and it kind of clicked that I don't feel I have a good grip on my reality right now. And so that's something that I'm struggling a bit with coming to terms with, in terms of I feel like I've been doing everything right. I missed a dose of my medications. I think it was 2 Sundays ago, and I'm kind of becoming fixated on, well, that's why this is happening right now. But that doesn't actually make a lot of sense. I have a PRN, as needed medication from my doctor for when I'm experiencing more symptoms. And so I decided to take that yesterday to kind of deal with the slipping away from reality sensation that I was experiencing. And it really, really sedates me. And so it's been probably almost 24 hours since I took that, not quite, but I feel like the sedating effect is kind of finally starting to wear off. But the last 18 hours or whatever have been very much just kind of being stuck, laying in bed, having a difficult time communicating with Rob, who's the main person who's supporting me. And yeah, it's been a difficult period, and I don't think I'm doing a great job of communicating about it. Maybe I'll talk more about this, specifically the symptoms and whatnot that I was experiencing, at a later time when I feel I have a better grip on things. But the gist is that I don't feel that I have a good grip on my reality right now, and it feels distressing and scary and hard to wrap my head around, because how do you wrap your head around the fact that you can't wrap your head around things, that your brain isn't working properly, and that you can't really trust your brain? It's difficult to understand and come to terms with that and figure out what to do about it. So I I reached out to my psychiatrist, who I can't talk to and I can't see until next week, next Friday. But I think the plan anyway right now is to take the PRN as needed and try to get through the next 24, 48 hours or so and see how I'm feeling after that, and see that I also increase the main antipsychotic that I take. My doctor has kind of let me titrate that dose as needed, and so I'm going to try to go up on that again and see if that helps at all in the next couple of days. If it's still not going great and I'm having a difficult time and not feeling like things are improving at all, then the plan is to call. It's called Access 24/7 in my city. It's basically an emergency mental health clinic, and so give them a call and see if they have any further insight into how to manage this. I'm worried that I'm going to end up needing to be hospitalized to try to figure out medications and whatnot. I haven't had great experiences with hospitals in the past, and so that's a worry, though. I don't know, there's like an ounce of hope or optimism that I feel like I'm in a different headspace with this psychotic episode than I have been in the past, where I've been a lot more I guess less aware or more fearful or combative with the people around me. And I have been slipping into that a bit with Rob, but have been able to catch myself and kind of work through that delusional line of thinking or paranoia or whatever it may be that causes me to not trust the people around me. And so I don't know how this video is turning out. I think it was probably not a great articulation of what I'm experiencing, but I just wanted to provide a bit more of an honest glimpse into the difficult periods. And so it feels embarrassing and quite vulnerable to be sharing about this state, because it feels it feels like a bit of a personal failure, or feels like weakness, or I don't know. You know, I would never say these things to anyone who was, you know, communicating that they're experiencing this with me. And so I'm trying to not say these things about myself or think these things about myself, but it feels vulnerable sharing that I'm experiencing this. And also because I don't really know what to do to get myself out of it. And yeah. So that's kind of where I'm at. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen in the next few days, but I will try to be transparent about it, because I do think that it's important that people understand, again, the more difficult sides of having an illness like schizoaffective disorder or schizophrenia. And if you yourself have it, to feel less alone, and hopefully to help you not feel the things that I just communicated that I'm feeling, where I feel ashamed or weak or embarrassed or really, really vulnerable sharing about these things. I hope that this video helps to kind of make it a little bit more okay to talk about when these periods are happening, because I think I I I I get blocked a little bit by those feelings in terms of being able to lean on the people around me who want to support me through more difficult periods. And I don't want to admit to them or to myself that I am struggling with my mind. Yeah, there's a lot to unpack there. Maybe perhaps that's for another video, but I'm having a tough time. I wanted to come on here and share with you all that that is kind of what I'm going through. Um, yeah, I guess that's all I really have for today. Thank you for listening. If you are going through a tough time as well, know that you're not alone. Um, yeah, I guess that's it. See you in the next video. Bye.